I paid my parents $600 every month for 4 years. My brother Luke moved in last spring with his wife and their 2 kids. He paid nothing. My mom called it a temporary situation. 6 weeks later, she raised my rent to $800 to cover their expenses. I paid one last month without saying a word. Then I found an apartment. I did not tell anyone. Luke's kids filled the house with noise. His wife Sarah complained there was never enough storage. Mom cooked for everyone every night. Dad looked more exhausted every week. On the day my next rent was due, I moved the last box out while everyone was at Luke's daughter's soccer game. I left my key on the counter. I did not leave a note. Mom called the next morning. Where are you? At my apartment. What apartment? The one I moved into yesterday. But your rent is due. I don't live there. You should have talked to us. I did. It ended when you decided I should pay more, so Luke could pay nothing. She hung up. Dad called that evening. Money was already getting tight. Luke texted asking if I could cover the electric bill just until he found steady work. His wife Sarah messaged that the kids shouldn't suffer because adults couldn't communicate. Mom left voicemails explaining everything I owed the family. I answered every single one the same way. I don't live there. 2 months later, Dad asked me to lunch. He looked older than I remembered. Luke still wasn't working. Sarah had started using Mom's credit card for groceries. The electric bill had doubled. Dad had started pulling from his retirement savings just to keep things running. Your mother thought it would only be temporary, he said quietly, and now she doesn't know how to ask them to leave. Neither of us said anything after that. We both knew who had heard those words first. Luke exploded when Mom finally asked them to go. He said she cared more about money than family. Dad told me that over the phone. We both remembered who had heard those exact words before he did. Luke and Sarah left without paying back a single dollar. Broken appliances, unpaid credit card bills, a house that felt completely hollowed out. My parents listed it for sale the following spring. The week before closing, Mom called one last time. She asked if I would move back in to help them recover. I let the silence sit between us. Then I answered the same way I had been answering for a year. I don't live there. And by the end of that month, neither did they.